Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Champions Corner. I'm your host Nicole, and today joining me is Denzil George. Denzil, welcome.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm doing well. Yourself?
Good, thank you. Did you have a good holiday?
I actually did, yes.
Nice, lots of fun,
Lots of fun, beach time, family time, that kind of thing, relaxing time.
Good, nice. So 2024 has kicked off and you're back at work now. Tell me, what does your daily routine look like now?
Since I've started off 2024, I feel I've been more focused on myself physically, right? So my day starts off with me getting up. First of all, I make up my bed, and then I walk out to the kitchen, walk a bit on the balcony by us. I go and check out the mountain, breathe in, breathe out, have that whole connection kind of thing going with nature again. I look up at the mountain and I just admire the creation, And that it's not just physically because I have to walk up and down the stairs, but it's for me mentally and emotionally calming as well. So that's one of the things I kicked off my 2024 with.
So that's part of your daily routine.
Part of my daily routine.
Nice. And what about when you get to work? I imagine you're in a bit of a routine at work now. And what does that look like?
Yeah, when I do arrive at work, first thing I do is I fetch our laptops because it's one of the things that I've started doing.
Okay.
Right? Open up all the windows, get into the place, just get that whole vibe of freshness coming through, so that whoever comes in, we can start the day fresh, just create that atmosphere of, listen, we are here, everything is no molding, no stuffiness and things like that, so that whenever you came from, you move into this space, and in this space you will find that there's this whole calming effect, and we can just jump into everything.
Oh, wow. Sounds like a good start to the day. So that sounds like you've got a little bit of responsibilities to help the team get their day started. What about your responsibilities in terms of your work? What are those?
I'm a junior developer. I do coding at my job, right? Some of my responsibilities are having to start with clients. I start with clients first of all, right? We have from client consultation all the way through to production on the website.
Okay.
So I have to, my key responsibilities then is connecting with the client, setting up meetings, designing first draft mockups, all the way up until starting the design of the website itself.
Sure. Sounds like you're a busy man.
Quite busy.
And what kind of skills do you need for the type of work that you do?
Skills, I would say, first of all, for the consultation point, right? You must be very good with people. You can't be too introverted, right? You must be able to can speak. Like, it's not a thing about language, right? It's about confidence mostly.
Okay.
Being able to sit across from somebody, whether this is a CEO, whether it's the average Joe that is sitting across you, whether it's somebody that you're interviewing for the site, right? It doesn't matter. You must be able to converse with that person and make that person feel comfortable with the way you are speaking to them. So that's the first aspect, or the first skill, I would say, that adds to my job, right? Second of all, there's a technical side to it as well. So you need to have done something in HTML, CSS. So we in the learnership have been through the learnership. We've studied HTML, advanced HTML, CSS3. We've done JavaScript. We're dipping our toe into Python.
Wow.
So that's the kind of thing. Having the coding language background is important for web developing. So that's part of the skills and technical skills that we need.
Cool. You mentioned a lot of abbreviations there. But can you maybe help me understand coding a bit? What is that?
Coding, there's two aspects to it, right? For me, there's two aspects to it. There's front-end development and back-end development. Back-end is your HTML, CSS, JavaScript type of thing. First of all, your HTML is your building blocks, right? It's the architecture of the website, your lines, your, that kind of thing. Your CSS is your coloring, your padding, your text sizes, those kind of things, right? So that's how you add the flair to the website. And then your JavaScript would be the mechanics behind it.
Okay.
Right? The mechanisms that you implement. Like you have a button, you have to tell JavaScript tells the site what to do with that button, where it needs to go, that kind of thing. In the position that I find myself now, my CV has, I wouldn't say shot up with certificates, but yeah, I'm on LinkedIn right now. I didn't know what LinkedIn was, you know? And I mean, it did a lot for my CV in the sense of when it comes to updating, you know? Not specifically improving, because that's not what I'm after. It's just updating my CV. This is where I'm at right now with what I have done so far. You know, so my CV is quite... It's quite full.
That's cool. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Denzil, I wonder if you can paint a picture for us. So you had a long day at work, you've done everything you needed to do, and now your day is over, you get home. How do you unwind?
Oh, this is exciting. For some, this might be the draining part, but this for me is the exciting part, because when I get home, it's like I've had a good day at work, you know, and we always discussing the team before we go home. Yeah, this was a successful day, you know. And once you've traveled, you get home. I get home, open my door. My windows are already open because I've done it in the morning, and that breeze comes in.
Yes.
Drop my bag behind the door, and then I start taking out the pots and the pans. And now, because I've got an idea of what I'm going to cook for supper, right? I'll take all of those things out, and I've already defrosted the meat, so that's already there, you know. Then I'll get undressed, get into something comfortable, put on some music, right? Get the stove on and whatever, and then I'll start cooking what I plan to cook for the day. Start prepping and things like that. You know, playing sometimes I'll play a little bit of classical music, sometimes I'll play a little bit of hip hop, but it's all according to how I'm feeling to get myself into that mode of relaxation. You know, once that is done, I don't even eat. That's strange enough, I don't even eat. I let the food just subside a little bit, cool down a bit, switch on the TV, watch a little bit of something. But my schedule has worked out that way that I only spend time on TV like for an hour, hour and a half, because there's Bible study time that I need to do. I need to pray before I go to bed. There's a routine for that each and every day, right? Sometimes the time differs because of how long I'm busy cooking or cleaning or something like that, but it's always in. You know, before I go to bed, close up everything, switch on the light, make sure everything's silent, take a minute, and just, you know, let the Lord speak to me, or I speak to Him.
Sure, that sounds amazing and very relaxing. Yes. And what are some of your favorite dishes to cook?
Ooh.
I know you'll have a good curry.
Oh, you do. You do know. Yeah, I experiment, like, you know, like how I grew up. You know, different foods that my mom taught me to cook, and different things. But I like stews. You know, like a good mince and a bolognese with a little bit of spaghetti, but I mix it up. Sometimes I use screw noodles, then I use macaroni, you know.
We need some variety.
Yes, and most of the time it's for cheddar. If I had Parmesan, I would have used Parmesan. But, you know, most of the time that's what I cook, or I'll have a good curry, you know, a good curry and some nice rice. Very potato-y.
Tomato brie.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Although we have to admit, it's never the same like Ma or Mom used to make, right? And I mean, I think so many of us are trying to be present, and I can tell by, you know, your routine and how you unwind, you know, just being in the moment. But I'd like to ask you, what's your goal moving forward? What do you think the future looks like for you?
Future plans. 5-year plan is full stack developer. For those out there who knows what a full stack developer is, that would be my 5-year plan. Things has already been set into motion for that for me to happen. Right? I've already got all the tools for that. That is education side. That's what I want to become. Right? Then there is personal goals as well. I'd like to have kids. I would like to have a wife. I would like to have a family one day, because I was taught lots of responsibility growing up. As the youngest child, my mom gave me a lot of responsibilities where a man is concerned, because I didn't have a dad growing up, right? So I had to do certain things that men did, and I had to see how, you know, how my mom would do things for the family, and how, you know, and that is something that I would like to see happen in my family one day. But I first need to get that. But above all, I need to be in a place where I'm able to have a family. I can't just jump into something, you know. So everything that I've been doing on the program as a champion so far has been preparing me for every aspect of life.
Yeah.
Right? So from start to finish, from equipping me with education so that I can have a better job,
Yes.
to equipping myself with a job so that I can have a better life. To have a better life would mean having family, community. It's not always about the earthly possessions and whatever you can buy, and it's not about that.
So true.
But it's the journey that it took me through. And if I am able to do all of that for my kids, we will have more champions out there. You know, having been a champion and still being one, Newton has given me a lot of tools, guidelines, laid the path, you know, taken the horse to the water, but the horse had to drink.
Yeah.
That kind of thing, you know. From start to finish, I've had a support system of, I can't explain. I honestly, like I said about my future plans, I saw myself in retail. You know, Newton guided me because they saw the potential in me, and they guided me into the direction that I needed to be in. You know, so being a champion for me was, is, and will always be a blessing. If I can end with that, it was a blessing for me.
Wow.
If I can say to anybody out there who is still suffering addicts, you know, I couldn't have come to a better organization, but I couldn't have made a better decision to change my life.
Sure.
Okay.
Wow. That's profound. You certainly have strong administrative skills. You seem to have lots of plans in process, and you know your daily life and things have their place, and you know what to do, when to do. So that's really awesome. Thank you so much for sharing your story and for your time.
Thank you very much. Thanks to you too, Nicole.